name's Clark Quinn of Quinnovation, and I've been playing at the edges of technology and learning for decades. And what I want to talk today about is this term that's, sort of the buzzword du jour of microlearning. And it sounds good when people talk about it, and people are purporting it to be a solution for many things. But I have a problem in that it seems to be several different things, and I think if we don't differentiate that, we could have a problem. We could get confused and people might be sold something not realizing what they're getting. So I want to go through these definitions and try and make some sense of them. So the first one is this notion of little bits of content spread out over time, that you see this little bit and this little bit and this little bit, and together equals a learning experience. And the first thing to know is that it's not just you take a big course and break it into chunks and stream it out. That's not going to work, because what we know about our learning is we need to reactivate things and they will atrophy, and we introduce something, if we haven't gone back and reactivated it, we'll have forgotten stuff by the time we see the later stuff. So a good design actually, mixes it up. You go this topic, this topic, this topic, then you come back and revisit the first topic again, and then you go to a new one and then you revisit. And so that's one vision of microlearning and how you might go about it. And it's actually good, because if you do that, activate it, give it time to atrophy, activate it again, give it time to atrophy, you're leading to it being more persistent. In fact, we need that because of the way our brains work. But, we have a label for that. It's called spaced learning. So spaced learning is great if that's what you mean by microlearning, but that's not always what people mean. So let's talk about the second definition. And here I'm talking about the notion of, and everybody quotes the use of video. I look up a YouTube video and I figure out how to do it and I get it done. I've done that myself. I looked at how to fix my dryer. If I ever had to fix my dryer again, I'd have to find it again. I didn't learn anything, but that's okay. If it gets us the job done, we don't need to learn it. If it doesn't happen very frequently, if we really do need to learn it, we might go to the first model, but here we're just helping people in the moment. But we also have a label for that already. It's called performance support. It's helping people in the moment. And it's, it's not learning, it's just getting things done. And they're different things. And so using one term and not being clear about which one we're talking about can lead people to get confused or be sold something they don't need or isn't the right solution for them. And I worry about that looser definition. I actually have one definition I think would make sense, which is the notion of taking that just-in-time performance support, but they're in a context and it's right for a little bit of learning around it. So you could add a little bit of content to that moment and make it a learning experience as well as a performance support experience. And I'd love that to mean microlearning, but nobody seems to be talking about that. So my problem right now is microlearning seems to mean at least two things, and people aren't differentiating and talking about it loose, and I think that's a problem waiting to happen if it's not already. And I think either let's get clear on what we mean, or let's stop using the term and talk about spaced learning and performance support. I'm Clark Quinn, Quinnovation. Hope this made sense to you. You can find more on the blog post that included that diagram at learnlets.com, which is where I work and think out loud, and more about me at quinnovation.com. And thanks for watching.